Hello guys, today I'm going to make a short style video on how to completely destroy the enemy jungler. So if we look at the jungle matchup right off the bat, we can see that it's Gwen on enemy team and I'm playing Udyr this game. What this means is that my champion is slightly stronger early to mid game and Gwen obviously is just a late game monster. But one thing I know is that Gwen is quite weak early game to invades because it's a champion that doesn't really have too much mobility. And unless she can actually fight you and stat check you, she just loses. She doesn't even run flash, right? Gwen needs to run ghost. So she's quite weak. So what I'm gonna look to do this game is to punish her on her mistakes. So the game starts, nothing crazy here, I ignored my raptors. The main point here to take away from this early game is that my Kiana ends up warding her raptors, which is really good. This should happen every time. So what I end up doing here is ward my own raptor entrance, because this gives me vision of enemy mid laner wards my raptors, and it also gives me some vision if one wants to split the map. Let's say she wants to take blue and invade my raptors. I don't want to get cheesed, I want to get an advantage off of this, so I would just split the map as well. But regardless, the most important thing here is that my mid laner wards the raptors. Now, every good mid laner should actually do this, but if your mid laner doesn't do this, you should just type it out and ask him to do this. Please ward enemy raptors, because this ward gives us a lot of information of where Gwen is gonna be. So, I start off my blue, nothing too crazy, um, just the regular clear. I'm on my wolves, and as we see, Gwen is currently on her raptors. So what this tells me is that we have the same exact mirrored clear, so we're gonna end up both being topside. Now the question is, how fast can Gwen clear versus Udyr? As you see, I'm already finishing my wolves, and she just started her raptor. She didn't even damage the big one yet. So I know I'm quite a bit faster. So what ends up happening is I clear my camps, but if you look at mid lane, Arcana is about to crash mid wave, and since this guy is smart, he's actually not gonna just stand around and do nothing, he's gonna go into Kiana's topside. So let's take a look. She runs into Kiana's topside, or rather Gwen's topside, checks the wolves, she's not on wolves anymore. Blast guns over, she's on Grump. Okay, so Kiana at this point, she cannot kill Gwen in any way, because that would you would need to cover way too much distance and put yourself in too much danger. But what she did here helps me so much, because even though I'm doing my red, I'm watching this whole exchange. And what I end up seeing here is that Gwen used her smite to kill this Grump. You can even hear it, right? You can even hear the smite sound effect. So what this essentially lets me know is that she is still gonna go to her blue and do her blue, because that's the last camp she can do. And because of that, I can kill her. Because I know she doesn't have smite, she's gonna take a while on this. I'm gonna do this much faster and make my way down to her blue buff. And I know that Gwen doesn't actually run flash and she's weaker than me, so I can kill her regardless. So as you see, Kiana gets zoned out. I know Gwen is still not on her blue. I do my red, and now I'll actually run to hers. So I run to her blue, thanks to my mid laner. I'm able to just flash on her and kill her, take her blue buff, and take her crab. So all of this was based off of that one raptor ward that snowballed into this situation. Now, many people would see this play in my opinion. I don't think this is a complicated play, but the real complicated plays will come after this. So, if we press tab and look at the CS and stuff, we see that Gwen is already super duper behind. She's 20 CS to 32 CS, so I have 3 camps up on her, and the information that I have on her is very valuable, because I know she started her golems, or she started her red rather, so she's going to run to her golems. Now what this means for me, this means that I have a small window of time to go run to her raptors. Now technically, if Gwen is smart here, she could potentially instantly go to her golems and be on her raptors as they're respawning, because she died quite early and she can still make it. But most junglers in this situation will go and take this remaining crab, because they're already like Oh shit, I lost my blue, I lost a crab, I need to get back into the game. So let's see what she does. I recall, nothing crazy, just buy my items, I buy boots, and I run straight across the river. And if you look at here, I see that she just took the crab, which is awesome for me. By the way, many junglers after taking blue buff and crab, they would not recall, they would actually just go to the second crab and reclear, which is probably incorrect because I can get a lot more from this situation. So now, because she took her crab, and because she's on golems, because her raptors are not even up, I know that if I stand in this bush, she is just dead. She has no ghost. And I'm a lot stronger 1v1. So, I run to her raptors, to her raptor bush. I stand here. I know I have some time, so I end up clearing this. I smite this just in case she's fast and she sees me, but she doesn't. And now I just wait in this bush. Gwen walks up. Empowered Q, R, and she's just dead. No counterplay. Nothing she can do. And here, many people would just be like, awesome, I got another kill. Now I'm gonna go back to my Grump Wolves, Raptors, and Golems and reclear. Well, actually, that's not entirely correct either. Because we know, for example, that Gwen is going to go to her top side, obviously, because that's where her camps are at. There's no bot side camps anymore. There's no bot crab. And if Gwen is trying to think of where I can be as the enemy jungler, she's gonna assume I just went back to do my camps that are bot side. But instead, what I'm gonna do now is gonna go do my Raptors Golems and look for Gwen again. So let's play out the sequence. I do my Raptors, I farm my Golems, and now I have a little bit of off time before grubs spawn, or rather they spawn just now, and I'm gonna run into her top side now. And voila, I see her on her Gromp, and I smite it. So the game is completely ruined for her right now. Now I won't end up killing her in this situation. She dashes away and Zed is there, I don't want to coin flip. So I just end up doing the grubs. But if you think about it, from her second clear, Gwen got only 2 camps. She only got golems and wolves off of her second clear. So this guy already did twice, no ghost, level 4. He cannot possibly gank anyone. He cannot possibly invade me. She is completely out of the game. So let's see what I do here. I do the grubs. I run across the map. I need to defend my top side or my bot side camps. I see the grab is respawning. So now, again, because we have so much information on her top side, and on her bot side, we know that the only camp that Gwen has available to her right now is red buff. And the first camp to respawn after red buff is going to be golems, because she did golems first and then died to me here. So, what do? We take this crab, and again, we do the same exact thing. We run into this bush and wait her to come. Wait for her to come. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. I take the crab. At this point, I could have actually taken her raptors. I miscalculated how fast she's gonna clear her golems. But I end up wasting like 10 seconds or so here. It's not a big deal though. It's worth it in the end anyways. And I kill her again. Just like that. And if we look at the game state right now, Gwen is down 20 CS. And she is down 2 levels on me right now. And I still have all of my jungle camps up. I have my whole top side up. And after I do my top side, I have my whole bot side up. After I do my whole bot side, my whole top side will respawn. So I will get to farm all of these camps and cash out, and I will be like 6 times stronger than Gwen. Her game is completely over. She cannot gank. There is no way anyone is gonna die to her gank because she's lower level than the supports right now, or same level as the Zillion. She has no items, no damage, and it's very easy to know where she is because I'm constantly in her jungler. So doing this, I remove her from the game completely. And if we look at the aftermath of the game, if we let's say skip ahead way further in the game, we see that Gwen is 0-8 and I am 12-1. And you know why that is? Well, of course I played significantly better than her, but at the same time, she is the only AP champion on her team, and she is completely out of the game. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy Leandris, which is the core, and then I'm gonna go Randuin's, put it Steel Caps, and Chain Vest. And I'm even gonna get a Magi Soul Stealer because Gwen is such a free kill that every time I see her, I can just kill her, no problem. So enemy team, currently being full AD, excluding the Gwen, has to play against a 250 armor Udyr that is, like, what, 4 levels up on the enemy jungler? 5 levels up on the enemy jungler? It's completely unplayable for enemy team. The game is just over right here. Even if they're strong, even if they have kills, like Zed is 5 and 3, he's not even that behind, but he just can't play the game. Simply because Gwen never had any impact. Alright guys, thanks for watching and I hope you learned something from this. GG's.